So it may look like I'm not working right now, but I actually am. I am working. See, there's something that we've forgotten when it comes to buying new cars. Comfort. Yeah, and there is a brand new car that claims to go big on it. The new Citroen e-C4. Is it the car equivalent of a meditation session in a bath? Let's find out. Oh, subscribe and that. Go on then, let's do it. The Citroen e-C4 has always been a great option if you want a comfy, great value, efficient family electric car. It was a bit of an unsung hero really, wasn't it? But I must admit, it's been a bit forgettable. I mean, it was interesting to look at, it was cheap enough, but it didn't really do anything better than anything else really, except maybe being comfy, which is not to be underestimated with the state of our roads. But now, it's had a facelift and has more tech to make it more memorable. Huh? See? And it promises to be even more comfortablier. The comfortabliest. More comfy. Yeah. I have done a full walk around video if you do want to see all of the details of the changes. There is a link to that on the screen right now and in the description below. But here are some of the highlights. New face. New badge. New colour changeable clips. New colours, which includes this, Maneton Green, which I didn't plan to match the outfit, it just happened that way. Even more new colour changeable clips. New light design. New, more simplified rear end. And a new little shelf for your phone. Interior. Very simple and straightforward. We do have a new 7-inch screen for the driver. This is a 10-inch screen that houses all of your information, your wireless CarPlay, all that sort of thing. You also have knobs and buttons for your climate control. Yes, big thumbs up for that. Wireless charging, lovely. You've got USB-C and USB. Bit of storage down here. Secret storage underneath there. That's where you can hide your secret snacks. You know, like when you've got a passenger in here, you don't want them to know about your sweets. Put them in that bit. And then close it and you're fine. Put your keys in there, good little key holder, but my keys are really, really chunky, so I know mine won't really fit in there. A couple of cup holders down here, and then you've got a bit of storage in here. That's not very deep, but it's perfectly fine. The thing to shout out in here is the comfort. These seats are they're just great, they really are. They're just really nice on your bum. They really are. Like I feel so comfy. I feel like I'm sat on a sofa. I do. But also, this car is a dust collector. Why? Piano black everywhere. It's not just all here and up here, but it's on the steering wheel as well. So I know when I'm driving, I'm going to do that a lot to get rid of the dust. And then it's going to cause fingerprints and that's going to bug me. They don't need that bit, do they? I think that just looks a bit messy. And maybe that's where, I don't know, they've cut costs a little bit, because you can also feel that a bit in the doors as well, some scratchy plastics. But all in all, perfectly fine. Do you know what? Reasonably spacious back here. That is set up for my driving position. I am 5'6.5", don't you know? I've got decent legroom. Look at that, little pocket for my phone. Very nice. I know it does have a sloping roofline, but actually, that's not bad really. I mean, it's not far off like the boxier rivals, like an ID.3 sort of thing. It's not the end of the world. I'm not touching the roof at all. Maybe if I had my hair in a high bun, it might. You have to fight to the death over the one charge port down here, and it's USB, not USB-C, which I don't know if that would work for a lot of modern phones. And then you've got, I wish there was a handle, there's not a handle. There we go. Cup holders, fruit pastel holder, and that is it. And very comfy seats, obviously. Boot size is all right. We've got 380 litres worth of space, which is fairly usable. There's a tiny little bit of space underneath the boot floor, which you can chuck your charging cables in, etc. I mean, it's not the biggest in its class. An ID.3 is actually bigger than this. And if you go for the C4X, that's actually got a bigger boot, but because it's a saloon shape, it's less practical than this. So then this would technically win, right? Let's go driving! tell you what, Barcelona roads are beautiful, and I know exactly why people like to launch their cars in and around Barcelona. It's because their roads are particularly smooth and very lovely to drive on. So it does make this feel even more quiet. Like, I wonder how quiet this would be on a great British rutted B road. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the powertrain, not much has changed. You can still get your hands on the smaller battery, which is 46 kilowatt hours, and the older electric motor, which was launched when the car first came out. Not as efficient as the new one. So you can now get your hands on a 51 kilowatt hour battery and a much more efficient motor. And because of the style of this new car, it's more aerodynamic. So you can now get 261 miles of range, which is much better. It's smooshy, this. Smooshy. Do you know what I mean? There's a little bit of body roll in corners, but I can kind of forgive it because this isn't a car that's been designed to take corners at speed. This is a car that's been designed for you to sit in traffic and be happy about it. Because these seats are so comfortable, and this is so quiet and so soft. I do want to point out, I don't actually see the point in the head-up display. Don't see the point in it. It's giving me the exact same information as what's going on in the screen in front of me. I mean, I know if you were to put something in your maps, it would also say it on the head-up display, but then you just look at that screen, wouldn't you? It's me nitpicking, if I'm honest. So because this is the bigger battery, this is the 51 kilowatt hour battery with more efficient motor, etc. We've got 154 horsepower. So it's basically the same as what's inside an Astra. It's punchy enough when you want it to be. This isn't a car that you want to floor. I don't feel the urge to floor it. I mean, we can try. And foot to the floor. It was gentle, wasn't it? It was gentle. She's a gentle, soft baby. That's what she is. That's how you know things. So, yeah, there is a bit of body roll, and it's not designed to take corners because your stuff's going to roll around everywhere in the back. Now, in terms of regen braking, pretty standard across the Stellantis range. You've got the B button, which is a button down here, which I have it on already because I quite like pressing the B button in Stellantis cars because I quite like a bit of regen braking. It doesn't bring you down to a complete stop at all. I'll tell you what, this is a cruising car, isn't it? Like, if you want to go for a nice country cruise, do it in this. But only go 261 miles, if you're lucky. Charging wise, perfectly fine. We've got 100 kilowatt DC rapid charging, which is pretty standard for most EVs these days. I mean, that will get you, 10 to 80% in probably about half an hour or so. So that's not bad at all, is it? And then when you can charge at home, just plug it in your wall box, living the dream. Oh, and you can now get, in this newer version, the option of vehicle to load, which I am a big fan of. If you're the sort of person that likes to go camping and plug in your mini fridge or something like that, that's great. Or if you need to go down the allotment and plug in your lawnmower, you can do that as well. You can even charge another electric car. I mean, yeah, it will charge slowly, but you can do it. That's good. That's good to have as an option, whereas that didn't exist before, but it does now, so that's great. This feels like a very nice, decent upgrade to what this car used to be. It's not an oomphy car. It's not. Weirdly, the amount of oomph feels faster in the Astra compared to what it does in this. This feels slower, but I think that is because this is just pure comfort. This is really soft. I mean, you compare it to other rivals, even if you were to compare this to like the Cupra Born, I mean, that's not going to be as aerodynamic. That's got what, a 77 kilowatt hour battery, and that will be more expensive. So this will technically get you further. Doesn't feel as fast. This is all right though. If you're kind of doing school runs, or just, nip into Tesco, doing your bits, you'll be more than happy with this. If you have to go on the M25 regularly, which means you're going to get stuck in traffic regularly, you'll be happy in this. My bum is not complaining right now. Very comfy bum. That's what Citroen's known for. And I love that for them. I do want to point out as well, visibility isn't the best. So at the moment, in the boot, we have got a ton of stuff. It's all of George's camera kit, and it's a lot of stuff, isn't it, George?
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
It's a lot of stuff. And it's raised up the parcel shelf slightly, which means that the view out the back isn't very good at all. But then we removed the parcel shelf earlier, and I still couldn't see that much out the back. I think because it's that sort of sporty coupe style rear window, which by the way doesn't have a wiper, so that's going to annoy you. So actually looking out the back, you can't see as much as what you should see in a car of this size anyway, because this is quite a big car. Oh, I know how we'll finish off this driving section. I know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give a shout out to the indicator sounds, because Citroen is way up there for me. And I mean, if you watch this channel regularly, you'll know that I'm a big fan of lovely sounding indicators. That's beautiful, that. That's lovely. Gentle. A gentle boop 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 on the ears, which again just goes like hand in hand with the comfort and the quietness of this car. I feel very relaxed right now, which is just great. So, if you've ordered the new e-C4, should you be comfortable with your choice? See what we did there? Because it's a comfortable car. I think it would be. I mean, the thing is I've always loved this car. I always really liked the old e-C4, but this new one, I mean, it's smarter. It's got a bigger battery, a better motor, so that's a good combination. It looks much sleeker. I really like this colour. Thing is the old e-C4 sold really well because of the price. You could get really good lease deals on this car, and also like the old dealer demo cars were being sold for like half price. You know when you go in a sofa shop and you know you're not going to pay full price for that sofa because there's always a sale on. That's what I expect of this. That's how this will sell. I mean, pricing wise, probably start around 30k-ish, but we have to wait and see because we don't know for definite yet. So we'll keep you updated on the electrifying.com website because that's how we roll. Meanwhile, talking of sofas, I'm going to head off, make myself nice and comfortable because it's been a long day. Subscribe and that. See you later. Oh, that's lovely, that. Oh, yeah.